guys, what's up? It's Danielle. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have something that is super exciting, at least to me anyways. I'm going to show you guys my entire kitchen and how it's organized. Now, just a couple of disclaimers. First of all, this video is going to be long, so I'm not going to apologize for it, but I did warn you. And another thing, yes, I do have a lot of stuff. I don't need you to tell me that. I am aware of that. I actually recently donated some things, and honestly, I use literally everything that's in my kitchen. So I don't need you to tell me that. I'm aware, but thank you in advance. So just to give you guys a little bit of background in case you're new to my channel, I have an obsession, you can probably tell, with lemons. And this kitchen was also yellow when I moved in last year. This is my first home. It's a condo, and I do have a, condo tour, like completely empty condo tour, which I will link in the description box below if I don't forget. And you'll be able to see what it looked like before. There are a couple of things that are new, and basically the fridge is brand new, as well as the microwave. The stove and the oven, like that, and the dishwasher were already here, and the previous owner actually updated those before she sold the condo to me. And then the faucet, which I'm sure you can see right here, I actually had that installed because the one that was here previously was just white and very like early 2000s vibes, and I'm not about that life. So anyways, I will go through absolutely everything minus the pantry and the fridge and the freezer, because those would make it way too long. And yeah, I'm so excited to share this with you guys, but this is just what it looks like for right now. Remember, organization is something that needs to be tweaked a lot of the times depending on what season of life we're in. And also, this is what works for me. It might not work for you or anybody else. And that's the beauty of organization, is that it is incredibly personal. So without further ado, let's get into it. I am standing outside of my kitchen. And again, I will have my empty condo tour linked for you guys in the description box below if you're curious what it looked like previously. But something I also forgot to mention is that the light that's right here, my dad actually replaced that for me last year, because the one that was there before was incredibly dated. And actually, you can probably see, but like, I haven't completely repaired the ceiling yet. I just really need to sand down where the holes were, and then I need to repaint that, but I haven't done that yet because my personal life anyways, has just been absolutely insane for the last year. So I don't think it's going to let up anytime soon, and I'll go over that in a separate video. But anyways, right here is my pantry. And again, I will go through this in a separate video, as well as the fridge. And then, like I said, fridge is right here. So a lot of what was on here, I actually put it on the inside of the pantry door. And I'm not going to show you that now, but I also turned this from a bifold into a single. And again, I'll talk about all of that, in that video. So right here on the pantry door, I have a little wreath, which is actually from the Target dollar spot. This ribbon I found at Michael's, and I made the bow myself and I glued it on. This is from Hobby Lobby. I've had that for a couple of years now. And then on the side of my fridge, I have a couple of magnets. So just like a little clip. This is just like a, just regular magnet. This is a really strong one that I found at work when I was working my last job. I still don't know what it's for, but it's just a really strong magnet. So whatever. And then this is really cute. It's a little bottle of wine. I got it the first time I was in Italy, and there's actually wine in there if you can see that. So super cute. I've had this since I was a little kid, like 3 years old. This is also from Hobby Lobby. And I do have timers I'm trying not to buy more than this, but I do have 2 different timers because with my ADHD, it makes, you know, things a little bit more difficult in order for me to stay on task. But, you know, it is what it is. So like I said, the only things that I replaced in here were the faucet, the microwave, and then the fridge, which you guys have seen. And just to give you a little bit of an idea of what it looks like, got a nice window over there, and the window actually looks out onto the little, I guess you could call it a street. It's not really a street because I live in like a complex, but I mean, you know, I've had people being like all kinds of creepy and like looking in my windows during all hours of the day and night, and I cannot stand that. So I had to get some nice curtains going, and I'll get to that in a minute. But this is what it looks like, and this is honestly as clean as it probably will ever be. And also, I did not buy any of this. Like, I didn't buy the little stools. I also did not buy the island. All of those were things that were left by the previous owner because she knew that this was my first house and she was being really, really sweet. So she actually left me like some laundry detergent, some hand soap, dish soap, like dishwashing detergent. She was a really nice lady. Like, she left me toilet paper. And keep in mind, this was last year when it wasn't hard to find toilet paper at that point in time, but you know, we all remember those days. So she was just a super sweet lady, and she was nice enough to leave all this for me. I think part of it was because she didn't want to take it with her, which I don't blame her, but it was very nice of her regardless. So again, will be showing you guys the fridge and the pantry at a later point. You've already seen my junk drawer and junk cabinet, so I'm not going to go through those. But right here, which is probably what you guys see a lot when I'm filming, I have a wreath that I think is from Target. I believe it is. My mom actually found that for me. And then right here is like kind of where a lot of stuff tends to accumulate. I think everybody always has that spot in their kitchen where it's just like a catch-all. So I have little knickknacks. Like, here's a little good luck kitty from my brother. I have earbuds for when I go to the gym. There's a hair tie. There's a sticker. There's some sticky tack. And then I have all these different charging cords. I have a night light. I'm really into night lights, honestly. And then I have, again, little knickknack type deals from the Target dollar spot. My Amazon Fire tablet, because I love to watch TV or movies while I'm cooking or cleaning. And then this little basket gets switched out with like bowls and stuff like that, depending on the season. But usually I'll put candy in here. And then this little Pusheen canister has my cat's treats in it that I give him every day. Excuse me. I have a pickle jar randomly out here because I drink water or whatever out of there. And then dishwasher, pretty self-explanatory. But I do have one of these magnets, which I highly recommend. You can find them all over Etsy and Amazon. I got this one off of Amazon, but it's really handy, you know, if you have multiple people in your family and you can't ever remember if the dishes are clean or dirty, as long as you remember to flip it. And then right here, like I said, we have my sink. And the faucet, by the way, is by Gianni, Giagni, and it was around, I think around 200 or 250 at Lowe's. Yeah, but I love it to death. It is really, really nice, and it's pretty good quality, I have to admit. It also came with a soap pump, which I highly recommend. I'm not going to be redoing the sink. This is original to the condo, but I'm not going to be redoing this just because I feel like that would be a little bit much. So someday when I get married and I buy another house with my future husband, you know, that'll happen, but not in this house. It's all right. I have hand soap, hand lotion, baby oil for my cuticles, and then some lemon and sweet orange oil, which I use in the disposal to make it smell nice. And then I have scrubbies that I actually crochet myself, and I've actually been really loving that. It's just a nice little fun thing to do, and I don't have to buy sponges, so win-win. And then this is like a silicone drying mat for when I wash dishes. This is a coffee cup that has to go back to work with me, and I do have a cake plate with nothing on it. Over here I have my Amazon Echo, and this should look familiar if you guys have been with me since I was in my apartment last year. I have a Cafe Wolfat ornament on there because her ornaments are my favorite. I actually went to the store in Germany and I loved it. And then I have little fake flowers on there from the Target dollar spot. So first I'm going to take you through my whole sink area, and I'll try to make this as painless as possible. So I installed these Rev shelves a couple of months ago, not too long after I moved in. Probably one of the best things I have ever done, quite honestly. They are such a pain to install, but they are so nice to have because it cuts down on having like different little things to hold sponges and whatever on and around your sink. So I like it in that regard. The only bad thing is that there's not a whole lot of airflow through here. And I don't like to put stuff in here if it's like completely soaking wet. So a lot of the times I'll just leave it out like that. And then it's nice because I'm able to separate them. So like this is just for my cat's water and food bowls. And then this is for everything else pretty much. I do have 2 different towels out here at all times. I use the one on the left for wiping down countertops, and then the one on the right is for drying my hands. And this is where things get crazy, as you can tell. So this little organizer is from Home Goods, sorry. And I have fresh dishwasher cleaning tabs in there. Extra pair of gloves. This brush is for scrubbing out the dishwasher. And then we have the garbage disposal that I installed myself last year. Very proud of that. This is a little organizer. It's like stackable. That is from Target. I have dishwasher detergent pods on the bottom. Up top are like Brita pitcher filters and also Blue Apple filters. Some Finish, and then trash bags all right here. Baking soda, I add a scoop of this to my dishwasher every time I run it, and it really helps with smells. I do keep newspapers back there because I line the bottom of my trash can with them. And then on this Lazy Susan, I have all of my different cleaning products and soap and stuff like that. In this stacking drawer organizer, I have more hand towels and like cleaning towels. And then in this one, I have more of the scrubbies and, sponge daddies, that kind of thing. Right here, I have the gloves that I should be wearing technically when I wash my dishes. I always have a mesh sink strainer. And this is some sink scrub that I make myself. Got different brushes for different things. And that's everything under the sink. Moving over, so right here, I have all of my food storage type stuff. So you're not going to be able to see all of it because I'm using like all of it right now. But I have these glass containers for when I pack my lunch, which is every single week for work. And they're just Target brand room essentials. And then right here, I have cutting mats. And in here, I have all of my sandwich bags, gallon, quart size stuff. Glad press and seal. There's bread bags, parchment paper, all that good stuff. And I did install this myself as well. That's the thing though, with my cabinets, they are original to the condo. So I'm not able to like move the shelving up and down like most people can nowadays. So it's kind of frustrating, but all right, up here, again, more food storage stuff. So I use a lot of mason jars, and when you can't put the lids in the dishwasher. So I'll wash these by hand, dry them, throw them in here, and then once the mason jars come out of the dishwasher, I'll just put it all back together. Reusable bags. I have random little sets of silverware that are just for packing my lunch, for work. I don't use chip clips. I actually use clothing pins because they're cheaper and they're cheaper to replace, but also they can be used for like literally anything. I mean, I guess you could say the same thing about chip clips, but right here is where I keep all these little condiment cups. And then I'm going to take you guys up into these cabinets next. But if you didn't see it already, I do have all of my knives right here on this magnetic strip, which I love so much. And my favorite is this one because my brother made it for me last year for my birthday. I actually do have butter in here for once. So it's just a butter bell or butter crock, I'm sorry. So you put cold filtered water at the bottom, and then you put your butter in there, room temp, and it'll keep longer and it'll stay fresher, but you have to replace the water every 3 days. This is from Amazon, and I talked about it in a previous video, but I love it so much. It is so nice. It is so worth it. I think it was almost 70 bucks. But again, totally worth it in my opinion. All right, up here is where the insanity happens. Yep, I told you. So right off the bat, I have this little bowl cozy, which I use when I have ice cream or soup or something like that. And then primarily what I use every day is right here. So I am a simple lady. I love my white Corelle. I don't care what anyone says. Been using Corelle since I was coming out of the womb, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die using it, so it is what it is. But I just have different sizes of bowls and plates, and then you can see I have quite a few mason jars that I've been using, because basically this whole part of the shelf is all mason jars. Up here I have my Vochtersbach Christmas dishes, and those are actually ones that my mom brought back from Germany, and she was nice enough to let me have a set because Christmas is huge in our family. These right here, as well as those, are all by Rubbermaid. They're the Brilliance containers, and they work really, really well for keeping produce, also keeping salad. So if you're looking for a way to keep all that stuff a little bit more fresh, I highly recommend those. They also come in glass. Up here is where I would usually keep larger mason jars, and then again, smaller ones down here. And then this huge mess consists of all of my blender bottles, water bottles, what have you. I don't store anything up here because there's like a vent that goes up from the microwave, but this is the one that was replaced, or I'm sorry, that replaced the one that I think was original to the house. And then, excuse me, I live here, so not everything is completely clean, but this my mom found at Home Goods for me. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm gonna show you guys these. All right, this is probably my favorite drawer, and it's because of all the silverware. So, excuse me, this is by Mikasa, and I believe it's the French countryside set, but I just thought it was so pretty, and it's just nice and simple, so definitely fits my vibe, I think. And then we have all of my steak knives, which these are super, super nice because they're all just one piece. I have straws and chopsticks in here. These are like little specialty type silverware things. And then these are the tops that go to mason jars if I want to have them as like drinking glasses. And then these go to Arctic cups, knife sharpener. All right. And I did not install the soft clothes stuff. The previous owner of my condo did, and boy, am I glad she did. It's so nice to have. All right. So this is where I have all of my cookware, and I do keep trivets that I crocheted myself and hot pads and stuff right here on the door. It's just easier that way. But you can tell I do have quite a bit of cast iron. I have a Dutch oven, regular frying pan, a griddle, and then a smaller frying pan. And of course, Mochi's like, what are you doing, Mom? And then over here, 2 more frying pans. And then I have some stainless stuff, and yeah, pretty self-explanatory. Excuse me, Bubba. Watch out, baby. Thank you. All right, in here, I know this is like a warming drawer, but does anybody really use it for that? And sorry, it's kind of gross, but all right. I have different platters and casserole dishes. And then this is a roasting rack. And I also have more platters and more oven-safe dishes. Mochi says hi again. All right. This should look familiar, but this was in my old kitchen, and I still love it. So here we go. You guys ready for this? Cast iron and crochet. There we go. These are just little bits of cast iron that I found along the way, and I just thought they were adorable. And then these are biscuit cutters, and then you guys know I always have a different one for whatever season or holiday. This is a Wolfgang Puck pressure oven, and my mom gave it to me. All right, up here are kind of, I don't know, I guess it's kind of like miscellaneous storage, but I have glass canisters up there. And then this is pretty cool. So it's called a scrap trap. And what you do is you put this on your drawer, and then as you're cutting stuff, you can put the scraps in here. Salad spinner, grater. In here, I have mortar and pestle. There's a potato ricer and a mandolin. And then this shoebox has stuff primarily for my Instant Pot, but it also has stuff for canning and making yogurt. My Nutri Ninja, because I do a lot of smoothies in the summer. And then this is just a giant Tupperware container for when I take food to work for the guys who work for me. This is a picture that I took myself. That is one of the streets that leads towards the Duomo in Florence, where I used to live. And this basket is from Hobby Lobby, and it just holds my bananas or whatever produce for the week that doesn't get refrigerated. All right, this drawer has my most used utensils. So primarily it's these core silicone spatulas. These are the absolute best. Like, I cannot say enough good things. And then, of course, you guys know me, lemons. Got a pair of kitchen shears. And then this is for like, it's ideally for fish, but you can use it for whatever. Got some tongs and then spatulas. And then back here, I have more tongs and a whisk. And keep in mind, I also have pared down my collection of stuff quite a bit. So, all right. In here, toothpicks, there's roast lifters, egg cutter, slicer, whatever, skewers, and then there's a handheld grater. There's also, this all has to do with fruit, so strawberry huller, there's lemon juicer. There we go. Citrus zester or lemon zester, whatever. And then those are citrus peelers from Tupperware. Good old trusty potato peeler, veggie peeler, whatever. And then this is actually for like it sits on your pot, or yeah, it sits on your pot. Like if you're going to be boiling something, or if you're maybe making like soup or whatever, so it doesn't boil over. I also have some food grade lubricant in here just because I have so many different kitchen appliances. And then I have my absolute favorite wine opener from my favorite winery in Italy. Can opener, there we go. This is one of 2 pairs of tongs that you can see it's right there. I keep it on the handle of my toaster oven so that I can just like take this and just go boop, and just pull stuff out. And then meat smasher, whatever. And then it's like for ground meat basically, but you can use it for whatever. And then pizza cutter. This little handheld colander thing is handy for when I make pasta, and a ladle. All right, now we get to the good stuff. This is where I have most, if not all, of my smaller kitchen appliances. So on the door, I have different size colanders and, you know, that sort of thing. And then if you go over here, up in the right-hand corner, I have a hand mixer. In the white basket, there's attachments for my Bosch mixer, which I just got, I think it was this year or it was last year, but anyways, that thing is amazing. Waffle iron, this is the, sorry, Mochi's in the way. This is the base for my Bosch mixer, and then that is the bowl. I have my crock pot up here, and then the lid to my Instant Pot because it won't fit with the lid. And then right there, you can see I have my air fryer. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Let's use our words, shall we? No. Get out of there, Bubba. Come on. You can't be in there. You cannot be cabinet kitty today. No, sir. All right. On this island, I have usually some kind of a placemat that I crocheted myself, but I have a Ray Dunn cookie jar that does have cookies in there, but it's just overflowing. There's usually reusable napkins here, but they're all being washed right now. Salt and pepper right here. And then these are the bowls that I put my supplements in for the day. So the curtains, my mom special ordered all of the fabric, and she helped me with this top one. I added the bottom one afterwards because people were still being really creepy. Mainly the guy that lives 2 doors down from me. So anyways, I also have these globe lights on a timer, which I really love. And then this should look familiar if you've been with me since my apartment, but I have letters up there that say mangia, which is a form of the verb mangiare, which in Italian means eat. And then I'm going to forget about this. I'm going to mention it now. Trash can is right here. This is something that I wrote to myself when I started recovery from my eating disorder last year. And then this planter my mom found at Home Goods, and she put in all the little fake flowers and stuff for me because I have no taste. And we are back to the fridge. Mochi says hi. And this is usually where I'll keep my lunch bags when I'm not using them. So I'm going to take you guys through the island now. This is primarily what's in here are my baking things, but on the other side I have appliances that, well, small appliances that don't get used very often. So this side has my Vitamix, and then I also have a food processor. And then I'm gonna have to actually move this out for you guys so that you can see, because it's kind of cumbersome. All right. So this is actually from IKEA, by the way. I'm pretty sure they still sell something similar. Up here are all of the utensils and stuff. This is actually a magnet, but I just keep it in here. And then I have like cookie scoops, mini spatulas, This is an ice cream scoop, mini whisk. Mochi's like, what are you doing, Mom? This is a cake tester, and isn't that not the most precious thing ever? And then right here, I have these little scoops because the canisters that have my flour and stuff in them, I can't always fit my measuring cups in there. So I have a bench scraper, and then there's a ball whisk. This is amazing. It's a Danish dough whisk. If you're really into baking like I am, you need one of these. I'm telling you right now. Different kinds of rubber spatulas and basting brush, that kind of stuff. Little liquid measuring cup for like teaspoons and stuff. And then there's a pastry cutter. There's different sizes of cupcake liners. There's pie weights. There's also like a squeezy bottle. All right, and now we come to the last part. All right, I have 2 sets of measuring cups because sometimes, let's be real, you just need more than one with the same size. Over here are measuring spoons, again, 2 sets. These are cupcake, like batter spoons. And then funnels, these are just regular funnels. And then those are for specifically when I'm using my mason jars. Got metal bowls. And then back here, there are loaf pans in different sizes. There's wax paper, ramekins. There's more parchment paper. Well, parchment paper in general. But then there's like little pie dishes. I have a ton of glass bowls. I have some of these Anchor measuring cups and then a rolling pin. This is a list of all of the cookie cutters that I have. Down here, I have all of my little, cooking, like baking sheets and stuff like that. Muffin tins and cooling racks, pie dish, cake pans. There's also a little scale in there for measuring out ingredients, springform pan, and some fake silpats. So that, oops, there we go. That is literally everything, my friends. And I don't apologize, like I said, for the length of this video. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more stuff like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. But thank you guys again so much for watching. I love you all, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye, guys.